Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that costs nothing, yet it is the most expensive thing in the world. It's not gold. It's not fame. It's not power. It's peace. The kind of peace that lives quietly inside your heart. The kind of peace that no storm can steal, no person can destroy, and no money can ever buy. We live in a time where people measure success by numbers, by likes, by followers, by the size of a house or the brand of a watch. But tell me honestly, what is the point of having everything if you cannot sleep peacefully at night? What is the use of walking fast if you don't even know where you're going? You see, real success begins when you stop running from yourself and start running toward understanding yourself. When I was younger, I thought life was a race. Everyone around me said, run faster, earn more, achieve more. And I did. I worked harder. I pushed myself. I smiled when I was breaking inside. And one day, I won. But when I reached the top, I looked around and realized I was alone. That day, I met an old man by a river. He said something that changed my life forever. He said, "The stone that fights the water breaks. The stone that bends becomes smooth." At first, I didn't understand. But years later, I realized we spend so much time fighting life instead of flowing with it. We fight people, we fight change, we fight ourselves, and every fight leaves a scar. But the moment you surrender to learning, the moment you listen instead of shouting, life begins to whisper secrets to you. My friends, I want you to remember this. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need to have everything to be happy. You just need to be present. When you wake up in the morning, don't ask, "What will I get today?" Ask, "What will I give today?" Because giving doesn't make you poorer. It makes you richer in the ways that truly matter. The richest people are not the ones with the biggest homes, but the ones with the biggest hearts. The strongest people are not those who never fall, but those who rise again and again, with a smile. The happiest people are not those who have everything, but those who appreciate everything. So if you ever feel lost, remember this. Sit quietly. Listen. The world is always talking to you, through the wind, through silence, through every failure and every smile. The universe is not against you. It is trying to teach you. Sometimes it breaks you, not to destroy you, but to open you, to make you softer, wiser, and more real. And one last thing, don't chase the light. Be the light. When you walk with kindness, the world becomes brighter. When you speak with love, the world becomes softer. When you live with peace, the world becomes better. Because the world doesn't change when one person shouts. It changes when one person starts listening, forgiving, and loving. In a small, quiet village wrapped in green hills, there lived a boy named Arav. He had everything that could make life easy: food, clothes, a roof. Yet, every night he felt something missing, something no one could name. One morning, while walking along the river, Arav saw an old man sitting by the water. His eyes were closed, his hands rested on his knees, and a soft smile lived on his face. Arav frowned and said, "Old man, every day I see you sitting here, doing nothing. Don't you get bored?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and said, "Doing nothing? My boy, I am doing the hardest thing in the world. I am learning to listen." Arav laughed. "Listen? To what? There's no one here except the sound of the river." The man chuckled. "Ah, that sound is the teacher. But you must be quiet to understand its words." Arav shook his head. "That makes no sense. I listen all the time, to my friends, to my father, to the market, but no one has ever said that water can speak." The old man looked at him kindly. "Then listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. Sit and stay a while." Days passed. Arav kept returning. Sometimes they sat in silence, sometimes they talked. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with gold and red, Arav finally said softly, "Old man, I think I hear something, but I can't explain it. The river feels alive, like it's telling me something." The old man smiled. "Yes, What does it say to you? Arav closed his eyes. It says, everything moves. Nothing stays forever. The stone that fights the water breaks, but the one that bends becomes smooth. The man's eyes sparkled. You have begun to understand, Arav. Life is like the river. The more you fight, the more it hurts. Flow with it. Learn, give, and let go. Years went by. Arav changed. He stopped chasing what others called success. He helped those in need. He smiled at strangers. He listened to every story told to him, as if each one carried a secret message from the river. People started coming to him for advice. They began calling him Guru Arav, though he never liked that word. One young man once asked, Guru, everyone says you were once like us, restless, angry, lost. What changed you? Arav smiled gently. A river changed me. Or maybe it was silence. Or maybe it was my own heart, finally learning to listen. The young man leaned forward. Guru, what is the most expensive thing in this world? Gold? Power? Love? Arav shook his head slowly. No, my child. The most expensive thing is peace inside you, because no gold can buy it, no king can steal it, and no storm can wash it away. The young man asked again, and how do we find that peace? Arav looked toward the flowing river and said quietly, Stop running. Sit down. Listen. The world speaks softly, but only to those who are silent enough to hear. Moral. True richness does not live in your pockets. It lives in your heart. When you stop chasing noise and start listening to silence, life begins to speak to you in ways words never could.